Finally, welcome back to our Japan GM mode. It's been a while. Well, it's only been a week because I did GM week and that killed me. I was doing GM mode non-stop every single day and I wanted to let the comments build up because I knew there was going to be a lot of activity in the comments on what we should do and why this GM is not failing, but it's getting stale. And I kind of feel the same way. And yes, I want to just start this off by saying my GM skills are not great. There's other people out there who are much better at GM mode. I play GM mode to have fun, and I want to do that, but then there's the realism aspect, but I'm just gonna say kind of screw that, you know? I'm here to have fun. We're doing Team Japan. I mean, you can't really do a realistic GM with Team Japan. I mean, I've tried to win a cup the way I want to, but clearly that's not working here. We've tried to build through free agency, overpaying, and I think that's a big thing that people are getting, kind of frustrated with, is that, we signed Skinner to that big contract, and look how that worked out. You sign player after player after player, and they just don't produce, and I think that's getting a little bit stale, not only for you guys, but for myself as well. So we're gonna make some moves, and we're gonna bring a goddamn Stanley Cup to Japan. It's long overdue, alright? We're going into year 8. Year number 8, okay? 8 years we've been doing this, and I haven't got past the 3rd round yet. So let's go ahead here and trade for that franchise player. Why not? You know what? Franchise players come around literally once every 10 years. I have never seen one in a GM mode except for this guy, drafted by the Rangers. He is a center franchise playmaker, alright? He was only 73 overall, but he's 17 years old. So I think this guy, Jaden Marco, is going to be the savior of this GM mode. Because if we kept going with what we're doing, in 2 or 3 years, it's going to get stale. But we have a project. We have a 17-year-old medium franchise, okay? That never happens. Why should I let him go to the Rangers? No way. Excuse my language, but fuck that. He is becoming a member of our team. I wanted to do this from the start. I really did. It's going to be hard to get him, but I'm going to try. So first things first, we're going to offload Dougie Hamilton. When we signed Hamilton, his trade value was about half of what it is now. Plus, he's got a pretty big cap hit. He's up to 89 overall. Went from 86 or 85 all the way up to 89. The way I think of it is we just kind of cashed in on something that really worked out for us with Dougie Hamilton. So I think we're going to go ahead and give them Dougie Hamilton. Now, I don't think their defensive core is that great, so I think that's going to help them out. I know they have an aging player in Ryan McDonough, and they got this guy who's pretty decent, but aside from that, they don't really have a whole lot. They got an 82 overall medium elite, so Ryan McDonough is going to be gone pretty quickly, so they got these 2 young guys, and then they're going to get a vet in Dougie Hamilton, so I think that's going to help them out as well. I'm just trying to justify this trade a little bit more, but Jaden Marco, man, this guy, he's going to be so good. I cannot wait to see what he gets to be. He's the savior of the franchise. This guy is going to save this franchise and bring us back. I guess not really bring us back because we were never there in the first place, but bring us to a championship. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and give him Dougie Hamilton, and we're going to cut ties with Joe Veleno. Yes, he had 15 goals in his rookie year. Yeah, he was playing diminished minutes. Yes, he played decent in the postseason, but if we're going to get a franchise player, and it's not going to work out with us and Joe Veleno. We've been down this road. We've waited. He's 23 years old. We wasted a 1st overall pick on this guy. We could have had the guy from Vancouver, Brodin, who was a stud, 89, 90 overall. So, you know what? I don't think I need to explain myself anymore. Joe Veleno, he's gone, all right? It's not going to happen. He's toast. See you later, buddy. I wish you the best in New York. I really do. Hopefully they can build around you. What wingers do they have? They have an 82 overall high top 6. They got some decent guys out there. Really, it's not that great. They could really use a player like you, and if he gets to be anywhere over 85 overall, I will be shocked. Good luck to Joe Veleno, though, man. Seriously, I wish you the best. So what we're also going to do is we're going to throw in a first because this trade won't go through. It looks pretty even, right? It looks pretty even, but there's no way, all right? It says but the value you are sending is not sufficient, so they don't want that at all. So I'm going to see if I can throw in a first for this year because they are a rebuilding team. So if I could give you an elite defenseman, a potentially elite forward, if he gets his shit together, I mean, he is going to be playing top minutes in New York. Well, actually, maybe not because he's only, 79 overall? So they may just throw him in the minor. I hope they don't, but that could happen with Joe Veleno. So let's see if we can make this go through. A first, Joe Veleno and Dougie Hamilton. No, too far off. So, I mean, they want a lot for this kid, and rightfully so. Do we have any goaltending prospects we could give him? We drafted that Flynn guy. Stolars is our backup, and Keyser is the guy in the AHL, so maybe not. Why not just throw another pick their way? Let's give them Edmonton's third, all right? So a first, a third, Joe Veleno and Dougie Hamilton. Will this trade go through? Jaden Marco, welcome to Japan. The new face of the franchise. Yeah, we got rid of an elite defenseman, but they get a player in Joe Veleno, and they get a first-round pick, and they get that elite defenseman. I think they're going to be just fine. Honestly, I really hope Joe Veleno becomes the player that they need. Obviously, Jaden Marco was the player that they needed, but I want him. You guys can't have him. I want him. I mean, if it was any other team aside from the Rangers, but way back in the day in 1994, you guys kicked my Canucks out of the playoffs, so I guess this is kind of some sort of revenge, but that's not the only big move we're going to make. No, sir. We got stuff to do, so let's go ahead here and let's go ahead and sign a player. Now, this player in particular is special to me because way back in the day, going back to way back in the day, when we did our original Japan GM mode, if you were there from the very beginning, when I had like 200 subscribers in NHL 13, okay? Or was it 12? I think it was 13. We drafted 18-year-old Nathan McKinnon, all right? We drafted him straight out of junior, and he became the face of this franchise. So I want to bring him back, all right? If we're going to become this new look team, I'm going to sign Nathan McKinnon. You guys want me to sign him. I agree with you. It's going to be a lot of money. I'm going to have to give him like $7.7 million for 6 years. I'm fine with that, okay? Because he's not going to stay 87 overall. He's going to jump up to at least 90. He was like 90, 91 overall throughout this entire GM mode. He's just in free agency because his morale's down a little bit. He will jump up to like 90 overall, I promise you. So 7.75, all right, for the next 6 years. The original member of this team. This is going to put to rest our first line center. Everyone's been bitching at me for years. You need a first line center. You need a first line center. You need a first line center. I know. And our prayers have been answered. Nathan McKinnon, please come to this team. Please, please, please. Okay, we got Nathan McKinnon. Now, I gotta see if he's gonna sign. There's a couple other players in free agency that are not that bad. I think we're gonna have to go after another defenseman, someone like Jacob Trouba, maybe. I don't want the term, though. I don't want 4 years. I want like a 1-year deal. I want a 1-year deal on a decent defenseman. We can get Darnell Nurse back. Josh Morrissey. We could get Josh Morrissey for a bottom pairing guy. Josh Morrissey. Now, he was a beast for us. This guy was J Money, the original J Money. Yeah, Joe Fleshler being the Joe Money that you guys may know, but Josh Morrissey became a force with our Winnipeg GM mode. So he would be okay to get for a bottom pairing guy. He's offensive, though. I kind of want a defensive defenseman. Who's this guy looking like? Jack Daughtry. He is 82 overall. Didn't really put up any numbers there. I'm not really looking for numbers. I'm just looking for a decent defensive category. Brady Shea at $3 million is decently cheap. Offensive awareness at 78. Defensive awareness at 85. I like that. We could use Brady Shea for a bottom pairing defenseman. Yeah, you know what? He played on the Rangers last year. Obviously minus 25. They were terrible. So I'm gonna go ahead and give Brady Shea a contract. He wants 2 years. I'll give you $3.6 million for 2 years. 82 overall. overall defensive defenseman. Hopefully that all works out. So almost $8 million to Nathan MacKinnon, but he's going to be here forever, okay? He is going to retire a member of this team. So I really, really hope he signs. Come on, Nate. Come on, buddy. You want to come home to Japan. Your original team. That was just some random guy that I gave a contract to, had some decent potential. Come on, Nate. Oh, Brady Shea said yes. Okay, we're waiting on the big gun here. There you go, baby. Look at that. Overall, 90. Just jumped up from 87 to 90. He is our new first line center. He is going to be a absolute monster for us, okay? There you go. Nathan MacKinnon. Going to play alongside of Patrick Laine. It's going to be a beautiful thing. Absolutely beautiful. So let me go ahead here and look at our squad. I want to see that we have every single piece kind of in place for next year. I'm going to go ahead and write it down and kind of just see what our potential lines are looking like. We may not be done yet with the trades because we got someone who doesn't quite fit in Dylan Strome. So you may see Dylan Strome be gone even though he had a great postseason. You may even see Malkin move to the wing. I'm not sure how this is going to work. I hope he stays at like 86 overall. That'd be awesome. But let me go ahead and write down how the forwards are going to look. And Jaden Marco is probably going to play in the CHL for one more year. It may be 1 or 2 years before you see this kid, but he is worth the wait, man. Jaden Marco, a franchise player. There's not many franchise players. I haven't seen close to any. I think I've seen maybe 2 or 3, and they haven't been in my GM modes. They've been some that I've seen on YouTube. So this is very, very rare to get a franchise player, and I'm stoked that he's a member of our team. Okay, so unfortunately, it looks like we have one extra forward, and I'm not quite sure what to do. So, forwards, it's going to be Pierlini, MacKinnon, Laine. The second line is going to be Sanford, Malkin, Gunnarsson, or Malkin or Esposito, one of the two. And then it's going to be McIntyre, again, Esposito or Malkin, and then it's going to be Casey Cizikas. Now, the extra player is going to be Dylan Strome. Now, do we trade Cizikas and throw Strome on the third line wing between Esposito and McIntyre, because he's a playmaker, right? He's a playmaker between a sniper and another playmaker, but Casey Cizikas is really, really solid. Or I guess we could use Cizikas for the fourth line center and just keep Strome on the wing. It's interesting because we are actually missing a fourth line centerman, and Cizikas kind of fits the bill for that. He's a little bit too good for the fourth line center, but he is 32 years old. He could play alongside of Lance Boma and Roy Ryder, or I could bring one of the young guys up like this Sundin guy who could deserve a chance. I'll put him on the wing, or maybe even throw him in the middle. He does have 80 faceoffs. You know, maybe that's what I'll do. You know what? I don't think I'm going to make another move. Our defense is going to be Liljegren, OEL, D'Angelo, McGinnis, Brady Shea, and Kurvinen. So I think we're okay. I'm going to simulate all the way up until the start of the year. I'm going to see if there's any good free agents out there for the AHL team, and then we'll probably maybe get a month of simulation done just to see how the team kind of looks, and if we have to do any changes, I can do that with your guys' input. But I do want to apologize to some people here. There was a lot of people who were saying, you know, why'd you do GM week and then just stop? Because I wanted to get some comments, and I knew the comments were going to be a zoo. I knew there was going to be a ton of people saying, I'm done with this GM mode. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. And I understand. It's been frustrating, but I promise you, we're going to bring a cup here. Whether it takes me 20 years or 5 years, we're going to be bringing a Stanley Cup to this franchise. And we actually got that Ola Pearson guy. Calgary didn't want to match their offer, so I'll take that, a 71 overall sniper for the AHL. That's all good. But again, I apologize. I owe you all a high five and a beer, whatever, maybe a juice, but I'm sorry. I know it's been a little bit frustrating, but I really just want to bring a cup here. I've been trying everything. We tried Skinner, we tried overpaying. Obviously, that's not going to work. So with Malkin being gone soon, that's going to be room for Jaden Marco. So, I mean, there's all these different variables, and everything is going to eventually make sense. Maybe having Sanford is not the best idea for the second line, so maybe getting a second line winger would be the best option, but I'm kind of hoping that we bring up this Marco kid, and then either Laine or Pierlini can go to the second line, and then Sanford can go on the third line. So it's all just a big process. I promise you, though, I have some sort of a master plan with my whack GM skills. Let's go ahead and simulate all the way to the start, and I'll see you guys in a minute. All right, year number 8. Yeah, year number 8. Let's check out our lines here. I hope it's exactly what I want it to look like. Best lines. Okay, so this is not the case at all. I got to call some people up here. Who did I think we're going to have here? Oh, I got to call up McIntyre. Let's see how he's doing. Up to 85 overall. Oh, man. This guy might have to be played in our top 6. We got to send you down. We got to bring McIntyre up. And I think that's everyone. Roy Ryder was a player I wanted to bring up as well. No. I said I was going to bring up, where is he? I was going to bring up 75 overall. Is he in the NHL team now? Yeah, he is actually. Sundin. So we're going to go ahead and send you down, and Sundin is going to get the shot in the NHL. So Tyler Benson is now the captain there in Tucson. Let's go here. Let's see. So I think everything should be good-ish. I want to get Boma here. No, actually, Boma's there. Sorry, not Wyatt Bear. I'm just trying to figure everything out here. Wyatt Bear is going to be scratched in exchange for Sundin. There you go. You can go ahead and throw him in there. And then I have to go send all these players down. Hold on a minute. Okay, so how does this look here? We got Pierlini, McKinnon, Laine. We got 2 snipers with a nice playmaker there. Zach Sanford, Esposito, and Gunnarsson. You guys were saying I didn't give Esposito a fair shot. Well, he's going to get his fair shot. So he's going to get second line minutes. Now, his face-offs aren't that great. Then we have Gunnarsson on his right wing here, which I'm actually going to kind of float these two around between McIntyre and Gunnarsson. I'm not sure which one's going to actually play there. They're both, oh man, look at this guy though, 20 years old. I think I have to do that. I think I have to go McIntyre there. 20 years old, 85 overall. I have to play him in my top 6. We're going to go Gunnarsson, or maybe we could do something like this instead. How does that look? Okay, maybe that's a little bit better. We put 2 snipers between Esposito, and then have Sanford, Malkin, Strome, Sundin, Cizikas, Boma. You know what? Okay, I like that. I like that better. Now, let me know if there's let me know if that's wrong or not, but I think that's the best possible lines we could come up with. And yes, we have a first line center. Nathan freaking McKinnon, baby. There you go. We have a first line center, finally. Defense, I think this is absolutely perfect. We got OEL, Liljegren, McGinnis. We got D'Angelo, Kurvinen, and Brady Shea. And then in the cage, is he still 87 overall? No, 86. Wow. Was he 87? I don't know. Maybe not. But Oleg, baby. He had a great year last year, so I'm not worried too much about his overall. He should have just as good as a year as last year. Sam Gagner still going to play in the AHL with his remaining days. And in the goaltending department, Keyser and that guy. So let's go ahead and get 1 month done. 1 month only. I'm going to go ahead and check, see if all the injuries are off from last year, and then we're going to hop into it. Things are looking good right now in the preseason. Oh, Vancouver had to ruin it. We were 5-0. But how funny is this? Game number 1 is going to be up against the New York Rangers. Oh boy, alright, so Jaden Marco unfortunately is not a member of our team quite yet. I actually want to see, though, before we hop into this 1 month of simulation, if they're actually playing Joe Veleno in the NHL. Honestly, I really hope they're giving him some time, because I traded Joe Veleno to the Rangers specifically for the chance for him to grow, because they have no first-line center. They could really use a player like Joe Veleno. Now, I'm hoping he got to be like 80 overall. They have him in the AHL. No way. Oh, man, that sucks. Well, God, it may be over for Joe Valeno. I hope he gets called up. I really, really do. He's in the AHL right now, so I mean, I hope for the best for this kid, but I think it's over. Did I ruin him? I don't think so. I think I gave him the opportunity to play. He may just be classified as one of the biggest busts in NHL history. So we got our first game here against the Rangers. We got another one against the Rangers. Kind of a short month here. So let's start off game number 1. Nathan MacKinnon, Brady Shea. We got a few new look players. Sundin made the team out of camp. Let's go here. First period, 0-0. Period number 2. Okay, there you 2-1 for them. They score 2, and then Gunnarsson gets 1. So let's go, guys. Only have 13 shots. Third period. Oh my god. Oh, actually, never mind. We win. I saw 3. I thought that they came back, but McKinnon gets 1, McIntyre gets 1, and then Gino gets a big goal. McKinnon got the 4-2 goal, and then JT Miller made it 4-3. So McKinnon scores in his first game. Unbelievable. There you go. I thought that they came back. I was like, oh my god, we just lost to the Rangers, but they start off 0-2. That's nice. That's good to see for us. But I really don't think I could have made the lines any better. It kind of sucks that Gunnarsson's playing on the third line, but we just have too many forwards. Honestly, I didn't even want to play Strome on the third line or even the wing. But for some reason, we've lost a few games here. We're 1-2-2, lost a few in overtime. There you go. Back on the win train here, and we lose again in the shootout. What's going on with us? Shootout losses for days. We're 2-2-3. Kind of strange. We got 2 more games here. So the Avalanche, they are 0-3-2. This would be a good opportunity for us to gain some confidence here. Let's go. First period, 2-1. There you go. Malkin and Pierlini. Period number 2. Oh shit, 3-2. Come on, McKinnon, score against your old team. There you go. Laine, Sundin, and Gunnarsson. We complete the comeback 5-3. Laine with 2 points and Liljegren with 3. This guy's a beast. Our captain. So kind of a weird start because we had all those overtime losses. We have 1 more game here to go ahead and end off this first little month. I'd like to go out on a winning note. Winning 3 of our last 4 would be nice. And we, again, another overtime loss. These shootout losses and overtime losses are killing us. What's the deal? 3-2-4. That's strange. We could be 7-2 right now if it wasn't for those overtime losses. And we have 10 points. So it's a 3-way tie there for 4th place. Kind of strange that we got a ton of overtime losses and shootout losses, but points wise, Timothy Liljegren is leading the way, our captain. 1 goal, 9 helpers. Patrick Laine right behind him, OEL behind him. Nathan MacKinnon has 7 in his first 9. That's pretty good. Gunnarsson's got 6. Pierlini's got 6. Esposito with 5 helpers. So I think playing him alongside of McIntyre and Gunnarsson. Sorry, I said Gunnarsson was on the third line. He's not. I'm stupid. He's got the second line minutes there with Esposito and McIntyre. So it looks like that line is producing, which is nice. Zach Sanford getting a diminished role. I love this guy, but you guys want him to play on the third line, which does make sense. Sundin's got 4 points in 9 games. Malkin's got 4 in 9. Everyone seems to be producing, which is nice, but kind of a strange start. If you guys can let me know on the lines, I don't think I could have made the lines any better. I think that they're kind of just perfect the way that they are. Oleg has a 3.18 goals against average. That's not that good, unfortunately. Hopefully he steps it up here, but that's going to be it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your patience. We are going to make Japan great again, all right? We're going to do this. We're going to bring a cup to them, I promise. Let's see who's ripping it up throughout the first 10 games here. Michael Dal Cole, Matthews, Tavares, Schwartz, Yuri Laterra, which is strange, Nikolai Ehlers, Carlson, so kind of the players that you would assume to see here. Any rookies early on? This guy, he's got 8 points. He's leading the way. Right behind him is this guy, so a few decent players out there. This McCarthy guy, 88 overall. He was the guy who's taken 1st overall by Edmonton. So one last thing I want to check here before we end off this video is Jaden Marco. Has he progressed? Has he got better in the overall department? How's he looking? I'm sure he's still going to have the maxed out trade value. Let's see here. He's still only Still only 73 overall, but honestly, I've never dealt with a franchise player, so what can I expect? Let me know, because I don't know how to grow this guy. Let me know how I should grow him. Should I play him in the NHL next year, even if he's like 79 overall, or even like 75? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Team Japan, we're already starting to look better. I'll see you guys in the next episode, where we're going to get a ton of simulation done. Jaden Marco, baby, the future of this team. It's looking bright.